it's time to do the groom later. So with the groom, I'm gonna mic him up. I usually mic him up. And so what we usually do is put the mic not too low, not too high, somewhere maybe between the first two buttons, maybe a little bit on the upper side. And then a lot of times there's the wire sticks out. We don't want the wire to stick out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a little loop right here. And then we're gonna clip it. So now there's no way that this wire is gonna pop out because it's literally clipped inside. If he's sitting down, it's completely okay to take the wire, put it behind him, and just leave it on the couch or the chair, wherever he's sitting. If you aren't able to do that, then go ahead and ask him to put it either in his front pocket, or sometimes these jackets have small pockets on the side. The reason why I try to avoid jackets is because we don't ever want it to bulge here. Just like the last thing you want is like something you could have avoided. So in this situation, I'm just gonna have you sit down for me. Okay. And we're gonna put this behind you, kind of like this. Cool. So now I'm gonna set up my camera and then we're gonna go from there. All right, so we're about to do the groom letter. Obviously the room is really tight. As you can see, my frame is really tight. And we're a little bit at almost 40 millimeters. The reason I have him where I have him right now is just the way that light is falling on his face. I think natural light is always the best. Try to position the room as much as you can to always use natural light. And if, for example, you are shooting like in a dark room like this, always try to find something to bounce light. Like for example, right now you guys can't see, but we actually have a light bouncing off the ceiling so we can fill in a little bit of his face. Because if we turn this off, you guys actually turn this off. So see, as we turned it off, how dark his face is. Turn it on. And now we can see that side much more. So that's what we want. We don't want one side to be lost in the darkness. So as much as you can, try to bounce light. Quick note before we start. When we were filming the bride earlier, I actually had her on the right side of my frame. Now for variety, I put my groom on the left side of the frame, just because we don't want it to look the same. We don't want them to be in the same position. It just helps kind of switch things up a little bit and it looks a lot better. Exposure is good, make sure your focus is good. Because remember, once we start, we don't want to stop. Okay, these moments only happen once, and if we ask them to redo it, it feels fake and it feels fabricated. So let's try to avoid that as much as possible.
Дорогая Dianочка, spending 2020 with you has made me the luckiest man on earth. Even when most people might see it as the worst year of the decade, being by your side has made it the best year of my life. What started out as innocent hangouts, Burger Week runs, and concerts soon led to our first date. So many firsts with you. I'm just thankful for each moment I get to spend with you. I can't go a day without thinking about you. Everything reminds me of you because you're my everything. Now, every time I'm with you, I tend to make a fool of myself. But what do I know but loving you? To have you as my wife is like rolling a 6-sided dice and it lands on a 7. Literally impossible. 0 chance. But after praying my whole life for someone like you, God shed His grace on me and gave me something better than I could ever imagine. You are the miracle in my life. I've been sent an angel from heaven to be by my side. I promise to spend the rest of my life treating you as such. I promise all that I am to you through thick and thin. I take responsibility for your welfare and loving you above all others. I vow to care for you as I care for myself. I vow to make your well-being of primary importance. Even though I will never be perfect, I will strive to be more like Jesus. Diana, I love you. We finally made it to our special day. Today will mark the day I got to marry my best friend. What was once a dream and a prayer has become a reality. I thank God for the privilege of spending our time here on earth together. I will honor and protect you. I lay my life down for you. Today, I take you as my wife. I promise myself to you without reservation, comfort you in times of distress, encourage you to achieve all your goals, laugh with you, cry with you, grow with you, always open and honest with you, and cherish you for as long as we both shall live. Best and easiest decision of my life. I love you so bad. Till death do us part. Sam.
How are you feeling?
That was good. Still true today.
How long has it been?
It's been since September 2020, so we just celebrated our 2 years.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful journey.
Tell me briefly about that journey.
Like past tense or like from now?
Past tense. So like when you guys met, tell me about what life was like when you guys were just dating.
Oh. It was so easy to just like, you're supposed to look out there or?
You can look at me. You can look right here.
Okay.
Oh, actually look at me.
Okay. Spending time with her has been like so like freeing. Like I felt like I was in like Disney World like every single day. Like my camera roll would be like 4,000 over like 5 years, and then it jumped to like 20,000 in like 6 months. Like we took so many pictures, created memories like every single day. It's like kind of hard to keep track of like how much things we've done together, and there's a lot of firsts we've done. So like it was the easiest decision of my life to like want to marry her. It was only like very short into our like dating when I realized like that I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
Dang. How'd you propose to her? You can look at me.
Okay. So I took her to the place where I asked her to be my girlfriend, and that was Trillium Lake. I made this little like scavenger hunt like map for her. It was supposed to be like a casual date that we usually do every month. It's like a month anniversary type of thing from our dating. So it wasn't like something out of the, like, everything was kind of like normal. Like I don't think she thought that we were going to get engaged, but I set it up that way so that it's like 50-50. And we went kayaking, and I pulled out this map in the middle of Trillium Lake, and I wanted to hint to her that like there's like a treasure at this X. So we went ahead and kayaked to the X mark, and that's where I proposed to her. It was a treasure chest filled with ring pops. There was no treasure there, unfortunately. I wrote a little note that said, "There's no treasure here, the treasure is you." And that's when I whipped out the ring.
That's brilliant, bro. That's so brilliant. Did she think that you're gonna propose that day or no?
See again?
Did she think that you were gonna propose that day?
I think she was not trying to think too hard about it.
Yeah.
Like she didn't want to get her hopes up too high, but
yeah.
like I think she had a feeling.
Of course they always do.
Yeah.
Was marriage what you thought it was gonna be? Or did you have some other kind of expectations, or no expectations at all?
Well, say again?
When you were like coming up to being married, did you have expectations of what life was going to look like after marriage, or you had no expectations? You're like, I'm just going to go into this kind of like.
It was kind of, there's some parts in like during our dating phase where I was like unsure like how our marriage would look. Like dating has been so easy. We literally had no fights which is, I guess, a good thing. We get along just fine. We complement each other, I think. I kind of expected that the marriage would look somewhat that way, but kind of being ready to like be there for her and being there for each other through like tough times.
And I asked her this too, but I want to hear your thoughts on this. Imagine one day you guys are sitting on your couch with kids and they're watching this film, they're watching this video right now. So let's time travel to the future and tell them what you've learned about, let's say, marriage today, or maybe you want to give them a piece of advice about what you're excited about, or anything really that's on your heart. And you can address your kids too. You can just say kiddos or whatever you call them.
Advice for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough one. Advice about marriage, or?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can give them advice about something that you've went through in your life.
Yeah.
That was maybe tough, but you learned something.
Oh, it's coming to me. What did you say? You start crying about our kids. We're gonna have kids. What's up, guys? Haven't met you yet, but I do have advice I want to share with you guys about marriage, what I've learned during my young years here, like straight into marriage. And marriage is friendship, and you become best friends with the person you love. And that needs to be the foundation of your relationship. There shouldn't be any outer influence outside of your decision. Really spend time, and the feelings is a part of like a healthy marriage. It's a part of God's plan, but set a like solid foundation in friendship. Like, go on as many dates as you can, spend time together, like intentional time, learn their love language, and did I get it? Friendship.
Well, that's a wrap on that. Bro, that was insane. That was incredible.
I can't.
That was beautiful. Yeah. So that was probably, I mean, that's like with the bride, best case scenario. That's why it's so important to, as a filmmaker, to be curious, ask good questions, listen, don't interrupt them, let them speak their mind, because this is one of the most important moments of the day. This is when they're raw. A lot of these questions, like, I don't give them ahead of time. I don't tell them like, I'm gonna ask you these questions. I just kind of feel it on the moment. So just kind of have a list on your phone, but also have some questions in your back pocket. Maybe, sometimes people might not want to have kids too, so you have to feel it out, see maybe what kind of people they are. If they, maybe they love pets, maybe ask them something about their pets. Like, really just like be intentional about like getting to know your couple, because you don't want to ask them a question that maybe they don't want to answer, right? But even if you do ask them something, don't make a big deal out of it. Just kind of just go on to the next thing. So, but yeah, this was a really beautiful interview, and I'm sure that they're gonna really appreciate it when they look back on it one day. So one of the things I really want to reiterate when it comes to audio, kind of like what we did with when we filmed the bride's interview and her letter, is like we kick everybody out of the room, but I just want to reiterate how important it is to have clean audio. You want to make sure that everyone is still, especially in the room. I always tell people to turn their phones off or put their phones on silent, just because like these moments, you can't redo them later. And that's like, audio is probably going to be one of the most important things about your film. People can forgive bad video, but they can't forgive bad audio. That's just the way our culture is trained. That's just the way people are trained. If you're ever like scrolling on Instagram or TikTok and you're looking at a video Mostly everything today is really bad quality video, but audio is always really important. Like we always, for some reason, as just the way we are as humans, like when we hear something beautiful or we hear like a clean sound or we hear something that's just clear and has no distractions, we just like, for some reason, we're more attracted to it. I don't know why, that's just the way that we were created. But that's why I just want to reiterate more and more, like if you're miking the groom for the first look, or you're miking the groom for a letter or an interview, make sure that you check the audio. A lot of times when I put the lav on them, I actually plug in some headphones. I ask the bride or groom to count to 10 just to make sure that like there's no sounds, there's no weird sounds, making sure the audio is working well, and then just making sure we listen for anything that's happening outside. If there's somebody like that has a loud car or there's a motorcycle, like make sure you know, if it's maybe a family member or something, like just make sure you go outside, have them turn it off. If someone's mowing the lawn, you might just have to wait like 5 or 10 minutes. That happens, unfortunately happens sometimes. But other than that, just be very intentional about audio because it's gonna be very hard to clean it up when you're editing.